but it's giving like lack of when you're constantly in survival mode, which definitely isn't an abundant mindset. I'm like, am I crazy to think that I want to make this amount of money each month? And this is like more than what most doctors make in a year. I think when we think of luxury, of course, we think of all the things I just mentioned. Rich husband, millions in our bank account. We have the finer things in life. We're not the average Joe, right? But romanticizing your life is really not that. It's not that at all. Those are material items. Yes, they're beautiful. Who wouldn't want them, right? But that's not what we're talking about here. Hey bougie babes, welcome to the very first episode of Talk Boujee to Me. This podcast is where we elevate, transform, secure the bag, protect our peace, and become the highest version of ourselves. I'm your host, Morgan Taylor. I'm your rich big sister, your glow up bestie, and your reminder that you absolutely can create the life that you've been daydreaming about. Here, we're talking all things luxury mindset, feminine energy, self-worth, leveling up, wealth building, soft life vibes, and becoming completely unforgettable. So grab your iced coffee, light your expensive candle, put that lip gloss on, and let's get bougie. So today's episode is romanticizing your life and becoming that girl. So let's be real. Everybody wants to be that girl, right? We all do. But being that girl is not just about looking cute on Instagram, having your hair, your nails done, just looking the aesthetic, right? No, babe, it is not. Being that girl means becoming the woman who chooses herself over and over again. It is protecting your energy, so important. Setting standards, also very important. Walking away from what no longer serves you. This is probably the most important one. Investing in yourself, building confidence, becoming disciplined, creating peace, and understanding that your life can be luxurious, even before the millions hit your bank account. Because let me tell you something, luxury starts in the mind first. You do not become high value by waiting for someone to hand it to you. Become her the moment you decide, I want more. Mindset shift from survival mode to abundance. So I feel that this is highly important. Having just constantly like, I need to survive is giving low vibration. Even if you think it's not, it is. Because it's like I want to say how to word it right. It's not giving that, it's coming to you. Like you're putting out the work and then it's coming to you. And you're receiving it and you're like in your feminine receiving error. It's kind of like giving just, I don't want to say obsession, that's not the right word, but it's giving like lack of when you're constantly in survival mode, which definitely isn't an abundant mindset. Confidence is built, not born. I love this one because people think you're just born with confidence, right? Like they just think that it comes naturally, and maybe it does come natural to some people. But confidence is really something you gain after doing something and feeling more better about yourself. That's how usually people get confidence. It's not like you have to, you wait for something and then you have to do task, do the goal, do the accomplishment, do the change, if you will, in your life, and then you start becoming more confident. It's not like the confidence comes first and then you do the action. No, because you'll be waiting forever. It's opposite. It's you do the action, you do the change, you do the hard thing first, and that starts giving you more confidence, because then you start feeling better about yourself. You're like, I accomplished that, I can do this then. And then you keep doing that, and that's how you get confident. Not you are confident first and then do the action, if that makes sense. Standards create transformation. I do believe this. I think when you set standards for yourself and who you surround yourself with, the food you're ingesting, just your decisions every day, standards are a crucial thing. Like, don't just allow anyone and anything into your life, okay? Discipline is greater than motivation. I agree with this, because I know a lot of people feel like motivation is what is going to push you to do the thing, but it's not. It's just not. I thought that for years too, but I'm like, there has been days I woke up not wanting to do said thing. I haven't done said thing, and I would just go, I'm not motivated today. I'm feeling blah. Well, you're going to have more of those days than you're going to have of being pumped and ready to do said thing. So motivation really isn't the key to getting you to those goals. It's going to be discipline. You have to push yourself to do said thing, because there's going to be a lot of days you're not going to want to do it. You're going to be tired, burnt out. You're going to be exhausted. You have to push through, and that's where discipline comes in, not motivation. Motivation's not going to get you to do said thing, whatever it is. It's going to be discipline. You have to train your brain to be wired to go, listen, I'm not in the mood today, but I'm going to do it because I need to do it. I have to do it. Like, you need to make it like I have to do this, not I need to be motivated and I need to be all this stuff, because it's just the honest truth. Motivation is not going to get you to your goal. Discipline will, though. And self-concept determines outcomes. Very true as well. These are all really key, good talking points, and we can get more into each one in maybe later episodes. But we're going to go into the second segment of this, which is romanticizing your life changes everything. Can we normalize making our everyday lives feel luxurious? Can we do that? Because let's be real, ladies, you don't need a millionaire of a husband, a mansion, designer closet to start living your life luxurious and beautiful. You don't need that. Romanticizing your life looks more like this. I think when we think of luxury, of course, we think of all the things I just mentioned. Rich husband, millions in our bank account. We have the finer things in life. We're not the average Joe, right? But romanticizing your life is really not that. It's not that at all. Those are material items. Yes, they're beautiful. Who wouldn't want them, right? But that's not what we're talking about here. Literally, like, I'm talking about normal, mundane tasks we do every day and elevating them. For example, making your coffee in the morning. Something as simple as just making your coffee in the morning. Let me tell you something. I live for waking up in the morning to make coffee. And I know that sounds crazy. You're like, you live for that? Yeah, I literally every morning get pumped to go make my coffee. And I don't do nothing special with it. I just make my normal iced coffee every day. But guess what? Your girl, she has an espresso machine. So, I mean, if I want to be fancy one day, and guess what? Your girl, well, now mind you, I didn't buy these myself, but these were bought for me for my bridal shower. The one thing I wanted so bad was because, I know it's a little off the beating path here, but it's not really. Hear me out. When me and my husband, before we got married, when we were looking for our venue, we found our venue like right away. And we did a tasting, like our food tasting at the venue we wound up going with. And they served us coffee, but they did it in like they're called Irish Irish coffee glasses. I can't, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank right now. I have them. I haven't used them yet, but they are so bougie and fancy. And it's just something very simplistic like that. Like, if you just want to change up your coffee in the morning, make it pretty, put it in a fancy glass to make yourself feel like better, like, go for it, girl. So what I'm saying is, for my shower, I like put that on my registry, and I was like, I want those Irish. I think they're called Irish coffee. I think they're called mugs, honestly, but they're like glasses. It's like a glass with like the handle, and they're just so bougie. Like, I'd never seen coffee put in them before. And I was like, I want these. Like, they're so cute. And it was just something as like small as that, you know? Wearing perfume, even if you're just staying home. Or how about this? Getting glam. Like, you know how many times I just put my makeup on and I had nowhere to go? Like, and I would just take selfies or whatever, like for Instagram or whatever, like just doing something like that. Cleaning up your space. Like, it's springtime, essentially, right? It's officially spring, right? Yeah, we're in spring. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are. Yeah, it's spring. So clean up your space. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, clean it up, feel better about yourself, light a candle. I do it every time I come home. I'll light a candle for a little bit, get the house smelling nice. Even in the morning time, I put my diffuser on with a candle. It makes the place just smell amazing. Getting dressed up for yourself. You don't have to get dressed up for a man, ladies. If you want to just get dressed up for yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. Get cute, go out with your girls, take photos, take all the things. Like, have drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, just doing like these little things to like boost up your confidence or boost up that luxury life feel. Like, you don't need like all those other things to feel luxurious. Like, you can feel it now. Even speaking out loud to yourself, like high vibe affirmations, saying, you know, positive things to yourself every day. Huge. Creating routines that feel expensive. Like, you can have a Sunday where you're just pampering yourself in your home, and you don't need to go to like a 5-star spa and spend thousands of dollars. Like, you can literally do that in your home. Like, get yourself a face mask, get yourself like all the face scrubs and all the spa care. Get yourself like a nice comfy robe and just sit in your robe all on a Sunday with like your face mask, your hair mask. You might look a little crazy, but who cares? You're in your own home. Okay? So just doing little things like that will romanticize your life. It'll make your life feel like you have more. You know what I'm saying? Without thinking lack of, do those things. It'll definitely boost it up. And you don't need to be breaking your bank account to do all these things. You really do not. Your life is happening right now. This is like the crucial thing. Life is now. Like, this moment is now. Life will not happen for you after said thing, like we just talked about earlier. Like, not when you lose the weight you want to lose. Not when you start making 6 figures. Not when, if you're looking for love, when someone finally chooses you. Your life is happening at this very moment, right? In this very millisecond right now. So, one thing about me, and should be you as well. And I started this just recently. I refuse to live like it's something I'm waiting to start. I had to like figure out how to word that because it was like a tongue twister for me. You're the main character, period, in your life. People can say, oh, she has main character syndrome energy. It's your life. You're allowed to have main character energy as long as you're not being like too obnoxious about it. But like, of course, like it's your life. This is your story. You get to write every page in your story. So honestly, half the glow up is just deciding you're no longer available for crusty energy, bare minimum situation, or anything that disrupts your peace. This is your life. You live it the way you want to live it, okay? And you have to do it now. Not, like I said, when you start making all the money, when you start losing all the weight, when you start like dating, or even if you're married. Don't start like then. Start it right at this very moment. So now getting into the next section, which is high feminine energy and self-worth. Let's talk feminine energy. And no, this doesn't mean being weak, passive or dependent. Oh, no, 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 no. It's completely opposite. It's magnetic. It's confident, soft but powerful, receptive, intentional, secure. It's knowing your worth without screaming it. And let me be clear, you cannot attract luxury while operating from lack, like we talked about earlier. Okay? And I'm going to repeat that. You cannot attract luxury while operating in lack. If you're constantly chasing, begging, settling, you're blocking your own blessings. The glow up really begins when you stop asking, why am I not enough? And start saying, if it's not aligned, it's not for me. There's going to be situations in your life, trust me, I'm well aware of this, where you are like forcing a situation. And if you're doing that, you're working at a low vibrational pull. You can't force things to happen. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And like I just said, if it's not aligned, it's not for me. And that's that. Okay? And then you move on. What is meant to be in your life will come. What you put out, remember though too, whatever energy you're putting out into the world, you're going to receive back. So if you are pushing out lack of, scarcity mindset, constantly low vibrations, you're going to attract that. And then you're going to wonder why is this always happening to me? It's not. Life isn't happening for you. It's happening with you. Okay. So if you are putting out all this energy, it's just going to give it back to you. And sometimes even worse, sometimes 2 times, 3 times, 10 times. So you have to work at a higher vibrational realm. And I know sometimes that might be hard for people to understand. It was hard for me to understand for the longest time. I'm like, where is this? I need to go there because I'm down here right now. I'm working at scarcity mindset. I'm constantly in lack of. I don't want to do that no more. I want to feel abundant. So if you want abundance, you need to feel abundant in this moment. Be grateful for what you do have right at this moment. If you have your family, that's already huge because there's a lot of people that don't have that. If you have a house or a place, doesn't even have to be a house, apartment, place to live, that you have a roof over your head, be grateful for that. You woke up today, be grateful for that. That's a gift within itself, waking up every day. You have to think in a higher realm and be grateful, practice gratitude. You have to be grateful. We'll get into that. I want to get too off topic here. But if it's not aligned, it's not for me. Always say that. Never say, why is this happening to me? Why is God doing this? Why is the world just always against me? Don't think that way. Just, if it's not aligned, it's not for me. Okay? So key lessons here, boundaries are attractive. You don't want to just allow anyone into your life. And this isn't because you think you're better than everybody else. That's not what we're saying here. What we're saying is you are going to be around, if you're going to be around low vibrational people, that someone actually, I saw it was like a meme. And it was like the perfect meme. There was pictures of fruit, okay? There was I think it was like strawberries or whatever. And there was mold on the side of the strawberry. And this is kind of like it was showing, like hypothetically, if you are around negative people, low vibrational people, the mold will spread. And what happened was the mold from the one strawberry was spreading over to the other strawberry. So essentially, if you're around people that are negative all the time, low vibrations, that energy will spread to you. And then that's why you're always going to feel stuck. You're always going to feel stuck because you're around that type of person. And they say you become who you're around. Whoever you're around, mostly, if they're negative all the time, low vibes, you're going to get that. You're going to become that. Like the mold, it spreads. So boundaries are very attractive. Self-respect changes relationships. Like I said, knowing what you're worth, knowing what you deserve, and just what you want to be surrounded by, respecting who you are as an individual. Don't just let anyone talk to you a certain way. Don't let anyone make you feel some type of way, because if they are making you feel a certain way, they got to go. And let me tell you something, you won't miss them. You might think you'll miss them, but you won't. You're going to realize so much weight was lifted off your shoulders. You're going to feel like you can breathe again. You're going to feel like, oh my God, like I have fresh air coming into my lungs. Like I'm not like smothered by this person anymore. Trust me, it'll be huge. You might not think it will be, but it will. Also, healing is the best part of becoming. You might have had situations in the past that you're clinging on to that you just feel is your end all be all. You need to heal from them. You need to heal from them first before you can really start your glow up journey. Don't think of the past as it's like it's who you are today. I don't believe that. Everyone, a lot of people have this thing, well, the past is what makes you. No, it doesn't. The past is the past. The past is the past for a reason. What makes you is today, okay? What makes you is today, not what you've done in the past, not any of that, okay? So we're going to get into money mindset and building your dream life right now. Now, babes, we have to talk about the bag. We're not just pretty, we are profitable, right? So it's not just about the looks. I mean, of course, that's the huge thing, right? We need to put ourselves together, make ourselves not look completely untamed, right? But being profitable, okay? I truly believe every woman should have her own money, her own goals, her own ambition, and her own safety net. And I'm going to get into my whole reasoning of this, why I do believe this. I love my husband more than anything. He's my best friend, my ride or die. I grew up, though, in a single family household, just my mom. Okay, so my mom was a single mom and raised 2 kids on her own. My father was not in the picture. And, between her and my grandma, they raised me. And my mom's father, same concept, left his family to be with another family. Grandma raised all of her kids on her own. She had 4, worked multiple jobs to support her kids. And yeah, so I had no grandfather, no father. And again, I'm not saying that all men are shit. I don't believe that. My husband is a amazing man. Love him to death. There are really good men out there. Whole reason why I even brought this up was because a lot of women will depend on their husband to be the provider and have all the money, and then they can just sit back and relax. That's not this girl over here. Love my husband. He's amazing, and he does provide. He does. But do I solely rely on him for everything and all the money? No. That's not me. I will make my own bag, okay? And I think every woman should do that, because it only takes one thing for it to go south. And I've seen it before too. I've seen it before where a woman relied on her husband, from the outside looking in. He made all this money. She didn't have to work. They had their kids. Everything seemed great. And it was not. It was not. He owed so much money, and he wound up, I'm not going to say, but yeah. And then she had nothing. She had to move back in with her parents and had to start all over and had no money because the guy was actually in debt and owed money, was in so much debt. And she had to sell pretty much everything they had, and he was in so much debt, and he took the easy way out. So again, not to get all deep here, but that I just think every woman should have their own money, what have you, okay? Because financial freedom is feminine, okay? It doesn't have to just be a masculine thing. You see all the guys with the real estate and the businesses and the money, and it's like women can have all that too, right? And we can. That is a thing. We can have that. Building wealth is bougie, okay? And being able to create opportunities for yourself, that's power right there. Stop thinking wealth is only for men. Or other people, I should say. Not even just men, but just like if you are that woman who thinks I'm just not the right person for this. Don't think small, okay? You are allowed to desire 6 figures, 8 figures, whatever it is. Your dream businesses, your luxury brands, your real estate, your financial peace. Your dream life isn't delusional. I used to think this all the time. I'm like, am I crazy to think that I want to make this amount of money each month? And this is like more than what most doctors make in a year, maybe even for a couple years in 1 month. Am I crazy to think that? Yeah, you probably are. But here's the thing. Delusion, and I say this very lightly, obviously, be realistic with your goals. However, anything can happen, okay? The world is your oyster, okay? You don't need to have to hear other people's opinions of how crazy you are to think that, how delusional, yeah, wishful thinking. You know how many times I hear that? Wishful thinking, great, yeah, good luck with that. I am going to have good luck with that. Trust me. You best believe I will, okay? The only thing that's going to delay you from making all the money you want to make is your lack of execution, your procrastination. Ask yourself today, what can I start today, okay? There's so many side hustles nowadays you could start. Starting business. No, it's not easy in the slightest, but no one ever said it would be easy, okay? You can monetize your social media. Like social media, I think everyone who especially has a business should have, because you can get your story out, your points, whatever it is you're trying to teach people. Get people to really get to know you and trust you in what you're saying, and obviously be honest and don't be a fraud. That's a whole other situation. Don't be a fraud. That's very low vibrational and that's disgusting. And I don't like frauds at all. Be real. That's it. Just be yourself is really like, I know a lot of people hate when I say that because they're like, but I don't like myself, right? Or whatever. But it's like, learn to love yourself so other people can love you too. Love who you are. Everyone's unique in their own way. And I think when you're trying to portray yourself as something you're not, it's very transparent. So don't do that. Yeah, invest in skills. How to make more money, invest in skills, whether it's coding, whether it's, I do like hair, makeup. That's a huge skill, okay? If, you want to learn how to make candles, there's so much out there. Like there's so much out there on the internet that you can learn to do. You can get a certification for whatever it is. It's a license you need. You can do all that. There's these things for that. I think this is the last segment, outgrowing old versions of yourself. So one of the hardest parts of leveling up is realizing you can't bring the old you into your new life. So everything that you had thought about, everything that you previously done, every old part of yourself has to go. You have to say goodbye to that person. And sometimes that really is hard because we have like an attachment. We think because we built this person up for years, like it should be that way. And if you're really trying to grow and enhance your life and be better, you have to let that old version of you go. Like everything, all your doubts, all your fears, all of what you had thought about money or everything, all the lack of, get rid of it. Let it go. You start your new version of yourself today. Today is where you are your new person. Okay? So that means getting rid of old habits like we were just talking about. If you are eating bad, get rid of it. Start eating good today, okay? If you are talking to a toxic person, stop talking to them. Whether it's a love relationship or a friendship, get rid of them. Sorry, you got to go. Old fears. If you keep doubting yourself, you're afraid you're not going to make it. You're afraid that you're going to mess up something. You're just afraid of success. Get rid of that fear. You got to get rid of it, okay? Old self-doubt, get rid of it. Self-sabotage, get rid of it. No one likes her. Bye. They have to go. Reinvention is going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be because it's not your normal routine. It's not your normal routine to have these thoughts of, oh, I actually can do this, or I am going to do this. because you would tell yourself probably prior, like, I'll eventually do it when I feel comfortable or when I feel confident. No, you got to do the thing now. You have to do thing first and then you get confident, not wait to get confident and then do said thing. Does that make sense to you guys? Don't stay stuck, because you can easily stay stuck. Sometimes becoming that girl means grieving the version of you that played small, but let her go. Bye. You're not serving me anymore, girl. You're not. Bye. New me is happening at this moment. Okay? And I know it's hard, guys. I know it's hard. Trust me. Because each day, like, I felt like, okay, I'm going to stop being this person today and be the new version of me. But then I would go back slightly into my old version. And you can't do that when you're reinventing yourself and you're glowing up. You got to let this person go. You just have to let them go. They're not serving you anymore. You are allowed to evolve. Us humans are supposed to, okay? You're allowed to upgrade. You are allowed to become unrecognizable. So, like, when people see you, you're like, who is this person? Like, you changed. Good. I want to change. I didn't want to be the same person I was prior. I'm glad that you see that. Your next level requires a version of you that your comfort zone has never met. Like, it's going to feel weird, guys. It's going to feel weird. Like, you're going to be like, who is this person? Like, I don't know this person. And that's okay. Feel uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable. It's fine. It's totally fine. Go with the flow. Like, don't go back to your old version, because like I said, you're never going to grow there. You got to get rid of that. So wait, this is actually the last step. Action steps for listeners. Before we wrap this up, here are your bougie babe assignments. Yes, I gave you guys homework. So upgrade one daily habit. Try this week. If you guys are sleeping in late, if you guys are not doing, like, you're just existing and you're going to work, coming home, and not doing like said extra thing that you're trying to do, whether it's go to the gym or whether it's eating a little healthier or whether it's starting a business because you say you don't have time for it. If you have time to sit and scroll on social media and watch all this stupid crap that everyone's posting, you have time, ma'am, to start a business. You have time to go to the gym. You have time to do X, Y, and Z. You're just choosing not to. Okay? So let's try to get rid of one crappy habit we have and replace it with a good habit this week. Remove one thing that is draining your energy. That could be anything, whether it's TV, whether it's social media, whether it's a person. Get rid of them. Bye. Create one income goal. Okay? Romanticize one part of your routine, like we just talked about in the beginning of this podcast. Romanticizing your life. It could be, like I said, just making your coffee in the morning and looking forward to it. It could be listening to music, maybe right before you go to work, so you're pumped for the day, you feel great, you feel good. That could just be anything. Sunday, having like a spa day. That's something. Also, speak to yourself like the future millionaire you are. Don't hold back. Look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself you're worthy. Tell yourself you're beautiful. Tell yourself that you're going to be making tons of money in that bank account. You're going to be making millions of dollars. Tell yourself that you are worthy, okay? It doesn't matter what anybody says about you. It doesn't matter what your old self used to say about you. Yourself today is telling your new self, you're worthy, you're beautiful, you're hot, girl, you are stunning, you are glowing, you are transformative. Tell yourself these things. So bougie babes, this is your reminder. You're not behind, you're not too late, and you are absolutely capable of building the life that feels good as it looks. Stop waiting, stop shrinking, stop doubting, and start becoming. Thank you for tuning into this very first episode of Talk Boujee to me. If you love this episode, be sure to share it, tag me, let me know what your biggest glow up goal is. Stay luxe, stay powerful, and always talk bougie to me.